Welcome to the Sing Play Create Teaching Tips channel. Here I am sharing my music and movement activity ideas for teachers to use in any classroom. I want to start this lesson with something visual and something the students can get right into. So we're going to start with pretend play. Let's get out our doggy puppets, or you can show some pictures on the board, some doggy pictures, or if you have a dog, show your picture, and we're all going to get down on our hands and knees and we're going to pretend to be dogs. It does get a little noisy, but that's okay. We can have doggies that are playing. We can have doggies who are sleeping, taking a rest. We can have doggies who are eating, and we can have doggies who are howling. And the howling doggies are actually going to warm up their voices. Ow! Ow! Oh! Oh! You can have the children pretend to play to be a little doggy. Let's get their voices warmed up, and then we're going to be ready to play the song and just let them move freely to the music. You can let them continue to be little doggies, or you can have them take turns to be doggies and the other ones just stand in their spots and sway. Lots of options for some pretend play and movement using the song Doggie Doggie, Where's Your Bone? Arf! Oh. Let's play the steady beat. So I just cut out a little bone, and I have a lot of Beanie Babies, which you probably do too. So we're going to use our Beanie Baby and we're going to tap the beat. Or you could cut a whole bunch of bone cardboard sheets out and laminate them if you want to. And the students could tap the bones to play the beat. Or they can pat their Beanie Baby to play the beat. So when we're using the Beanie Baby, I like them to either pat the other hand or pat their knee, pat their chest, pat their head, so that they're actually feeling a vibration of the movement of the object, the beanbag or the Beanie Baby touching, patting them. Doggie, doggie, where's your bone? Someone stole it from your home. And I'm going to have them sing it 3 times. And that's because later when we play the game, I'm going to have them sing that part 3 times in the game. There's many ways you can have the children experience the beat. If you want to continue on with just that part of the activity, then you could get out some instruments. Doggie, doggie, where's your bone? Someone stole it from your home. 2, 3, 4, and then repeat it 3 times. I know a lot of you like the rhythm sticks, so you can do that with rhythm sticks too. Doggie, doggie, where's your bone? Someone stole it from your home. And like I said, just repeat it 3 times so that they get enough time to really experience playing that instrument. But if you want to expand the activity and make the lesson really all about just the beat, let's explore our drum. Oh, let's make it soft. Doggie, doggie, where's your bone? Someone stole it from your home. We could whisper, sing it real softly. We could use 1 finger. How does that sound? It sounds like paws walking in the sand. Doggie, doggie, where's your bone? What's this? Oh, they're marching through the field. Or they're in a big parade, a doggy parade. Doggie, doggie, where's your bone? So you could expand the lesson, really explore different sounds, pitter patter, fast, slow, loud, and soft, using the song Doggie Doggie, Where's Your Bone, with the pretend play and then a nice steady beat lesson. So we can do that on the drum. We can do the same thing on the rhythm sticks. We can tap lightly, soft, and loud. And we could scrape. You know, we could try some different movements. We could play over our head soft and on the floor loud. They could follow you, follow me, soft game. Each time at least 4 times. And then no sound, tapping on the ground. And then you could do the same activity using loud sounds. So using some instruments along with singing the song and pretend play could fill up the bulk of your music activity time. Then we could get out a scarf and make a little dog or a big dog. And here's his tail, and here's our dog. And you could play the beat. Doggie, doggie, where's your bone? Okay, so you can play the beat. We could try some different movements with the dog. We could have some children go in the middle of the circle, and they're the dogs, while the other students pat the beat. So we can take that pretend play and integrate it in with the instruments and with the scarves and the movement to start working on those music concepts. Beat and loud, soft, fast and slow. Doggie, doggie, where's your bone? Someone. He's a little chihuahua. He goes fast. You could try different scarf movements. Doggie, doggie, where's your bone? Someone stole it from your home. So now I've started my lesson with pretend play, some vocal warm-up. I brought out the drums and we played the drums and we explored the beat, loud and soft, fast and slow. And now we're ready for a nice movement break with our scarf. We could go on to play rhythm. I'm gonna stay in pretend play mode throughout this lesson. I'm just gonna make it really fun, and I know everybody just loves dogs, and so they're gonna get into it, and this is gonna be a super memorable experience, I'm hoping, for the kids. So with the rhythms, first I'm gonna have them sitting down, and I'm gonna say, oh, it's time for doggy rhythm time. And we're going to bark the rhythms. Arf, 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 arf. Arf, 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 arf. Okay, and I'll do some echo with the doggy sounds with them. And then I'm going to ask them some questions. Were there any long sounds? Were there short sounds? And I'll have a visual and maybe have someone come up and show us where the long sound is, or they might go arf or arf, arf for the short. And I'll just have them, share some of their ideas. Then we'll clap it again. Arf, 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 arf. Do it a little slower for the kids. And then we can go into the real rhythms. You could do ta, ti, and ta, or just use the words, doggy, doggy, where's your bone, and have them echo play. So we can really get into the rhythm. You could even weave in some fast and slow. Doggie, doggie, and have them play slowly, have them play fast, and after the rhythms, have them do the whole chant, and then have them sing along with the music. Now that's when I would go to the movement with the scarf for a first or second grade, because that's going to be enough for a whole lesson. The next time we get together, we're going to talk about the melody. So now I have pretend play, I have the beat, I have instruments, I have scarves, I have rhythm. We can review all of those things on the next class, and then I'm going to bring in the melody. So we're going to sing the song, or I'm going to sing it without the music accompaniment. And hopefully some of the students, since they've been working with you in the classroom, they'll start doing the hand signs right away with you. They'll know what's going on. But if this is your first time doing solfege or talking about higher and lower notes, then you could just sign it as you sing it. Doggie, doggie, where's your bone? Someone stole it from your home. and just walk around the circle, singing it, like I said, 2 or 3 times. And then the students can slowly start following you. Then you could break into and do the solfege, so, so, me, so, so, me, and follow that through. And then have them do the whole song with the solfege. With the xylophone, we can dive deeper into the melody and we can get them playing the notes on the xylophone. So then you can create another station where you have some students who are actually playing on the xylophone. You could have that group sing and play and knock out the melody group if you wanted to. But that gives you lots of opportunities to expand this lesson into at least 4 class times that'll give the students enough opportunities to play, sing, and move together in an ensemble. So the reason that I start out the lesson with the pretend play, and I play instruments and the beat and the rhythms, and I take my time with all of that, and then I save teaching the melody for another lesson so that I can really give it enough time, is because now I can bring all of those elements into another music activity. So now we're going to be able to have some people playing the drum or patting knees on the beat, some people clapping or tapping or playing rhythm sticks on the rhythm of the words. And then I'm going to be able to have some singers doing the solfege. And I could even have in another small group some students who are gonna bark the song or act like doggies while we're doing these other things. And after every time we do it 3 times, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna have them rotate through those groups. So the singers are gonna come play the beat, and the beat's gonna play the rhythm, and the rhythm's gonna go to pretend, and pretend play is gonna go to showing the solfege melody. I get a lot of emails and questions asked about how can I teach a music lesson if I'm doing it 2 times in 1 week? Can I use a music lesson 2 times? Well, the materials and ideas I just gave you actually could go 4 to 6 classes. By the end of the 4 to 6 classes, all of the students are going to have experience singing and playing and moving in a lot of different ways. And what's super fun about this kind of activity, because this is the way I teach, I know that this method works, is that then I can say, let's write a new verse to the song. Doggie, doggie, where's your bone? Could we change those words? Let's keep the word bone so it rhymes with home, but can we just choose a different animal? And then we can go into our little groups that we've had, and we can do a whole different animal. It could be kitty, kitty, or Tyrannosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, where's your bone? Tyrannosaurus, Tyrannosaurus. But they can do it. This is how children really learn the elements of music. We're going to take our time, we're going to sing, we're going to move, and we're going to play. Now is a great time to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you'll check out the Doggie Doggie Where's Your Bone and I Had a Dog music lesson in the Sing Play Create TPT store and on our website. Let's keep kids moving and learning with music.